Today in this documentary, you will learn and explore the mysterious origins of life and all the possibilities that may have arisen. Characteristics of life include: number 1, all living things are made of cells, which are basic units of life. Number 2, living organisms take in energy, use it to grow, develop, and carry out their functions. Number 3, life maintains a stable internal environment that regulate factors such as pH and temperature to stay balanced. Number 4, living things grow and change over time. 5, reproduction. Life can produce new individuals. 6, response to stimuli. Living organisms respond to changes in their environment. 7, over generations, living things adapt to their environment. And 8, DNA. All living organisms contain genetic material, DNA, that carries instructions for their growth, development, and functions. For the early Earth conditions, things were very different from what we see today. Previously, the Earth was very hot and mostly covered in molten rock. There was also little to no oxygen in the atmosphere, where it was made up of gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and water vapor. The frequent volcanic eruptions released more gases into the air, and intense storms were common. As the planet began to cool, water started to collect in large pools, eventually forming oceans. These harsh conditions created an environment that was suitable for the first simple life forms to develop. Now let's touch on all the different theories that have arisen about the origin of life. The panspermia theory is that life did not originate on Earth, but rather evolved elsewhere, and arrived on Earth as a microorganism transported through space to planets including Earth by possibly meteor or other transportation. This theory is widely unsupported, as it seems to deviate from the actual question of the origin of life. The Big Bang Theory. The real Big Bang Theory is another theory about the origin of life. It proposes that life was created by a process of expansion and explosion, creating hydrogen gas, and led to the creation of stars. The star's death, supernova, was what led to creation of life. The theory relies on the idea that everything started as a tiny, dense ball of fire that exploded, although there is no explanation as to why the explosion occurred. The theory has become widely universally accepted. Another theory is the electric spark theory, that life was created by a frequent lightning strike on Earth. It is believed that the energy from the lightning was able to produce the first biomolecules. In 1952, chemists Stanley Miller and Harold Urey looked to investigate this theory by simulating early Earth conditions and using electric current to act as a lightning strike, looking to see how this would impact the atmospheric gases. Their results actually found the production of amino acids. The theory of the RNA world. The RNA world theory is the idea that life originated on Earth with a simple single RNA strand that was able to copy itself without using any help of other molecules. This concept builds off the idea that RNA is able to act as genetic material and an enzyme, making it possibly the predecessor of DNA life forms, and thus beginning the process of evolution, leaving this theory conceptually plausible, although requiring further evidence. Another theory is the deep sea thermal vent theory, which is the idea that life originated in the deep sea through hydrothermal vents. This is further explained by heated sea water dissolving minerals and rising to the surface of the crust, then spewing from deep cracks of the ocean crust, creating a gradient of positively charged protons, serving as the energy for the creation of organic molecules. Last two theories include the clay and the ice theory. The clay theory is the concept that clay was the first organism able to go through the process of evolution. This was relevant as it was thought to drive the evolution of metabolism, as it has the catalytic ability to synthesize monomers like amino acids and nucleotides and polymerize them, creating RNA. This drives the RNA replication, leading to the evolution of the cell. And the ice theory is the concept that ice has many hidden pockets of microscopic channels and nanofilms of liquid, which have possibly started life using key molecules on its surface. Now you may ask, what is the path of chemical evolution to form organic molecules? The answer is that the path of chemical evolution to form organic molecules began with simple inorganic compounds such as water and carbon dioxide. Energy sources such as lightning and volcanic activity helped these simple compounds react and combine. Over time, these reactions produced more complex molecules such as amino acids and sugars. These organic molecules eventually joined together to form larger structures such as proteins. This process set the stage for the development of the first living cell. What molecule was first in the formation of life? The first molecule in the formation of life was RNA. RNA is important because it can store genetic information and help build proteins. Scientists believe that RNA molecules could have formed spontaneously from simple organic compounds in the early Earth's environment.
How might cells have originated, and what are their many names? Cells may have originated from simple organic molecules that combined to form larger structures. Over time, these structures became more complex, leading to the formation of the first cell membranes. This allowed the molecules inside to interact and carry out basic life processes. The cells can be referred to by many names, including prokaryotic cells, eukaryotic cells, unicellular organisms, as well as multicellular organisms. What could have been the earliest cells? What was their habitat and lifestyle? The earliest cells were likely the prokaryotic cells. These cells most likely lived in warm and shallow water such as ponds. Their habitat would have been rich in simple organic molecules providing the nutrients they need to survive. They would have absorbed nutrients from their environment and reproduced by dividing into two new cells. These simple organisms thrived in harsh conditions, paving the way for more complex life forms to evolve over time. The origin of the first eukaryotic cell, and was it plant or animal? The first eukaryotic cells were neither purely animal or plant, but were simple single-celled organisms. These early eukaryotes evolved from prokaryotic cells through a process called endosymbiosis. This means that larger prokaryotic cells engulfed smaller ones, and instead of digesting them, they formed a mutual relationship. And over time, these smaller cells evolved into organelles. Eventually, this led to the development of more complex eukaryotic cells, which can give rise to both plants and animals. What was the first plant or animal? The first plants were simply single-celled organisms called algae that appeared in the water. They were able to use sunlight for energy through photosynthesis. The first animals were simple multicellular organisms like sponges that also lived in the ocean. These early plants and animals were very different from the complex forms that we see today. What was necessary for life diversity to occur? In order for life diversity to occur, several key factors were necessary. First, genetic variation within populations allowed some organisms to adapt better to their environments. Evolution played a crucial role as natural selection favored advantageous traits over generations. Additionally, a variety of habitats such as oceans, forests, and deserts provided different conditions for life to thrive. Time was also essential, as a long span allowed for gradual changes and the development of new species. Finally, diverse reproductive strategies such as sexual and asexual reproduction led to a wider range of offspring. Together, these factors contributed to the rich variety of life that we see on Earth today as well. Can life exist elsewhere? Yes, we believe that life could exist elsewhere in the universe. Scientists believe that other planets and moons may have conditions that are suitable for life. For example, places like Mars and the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn have been studied for signs of water, which is essential for life. Additionally, some scientists think that life could exist in extreme environments, like deep-sea vents or acidic lakes on other planets. While we haven't found definite proof of life beyond Earth yet, the vastness of the universe makes it possible.
And that concludes our documentary. We hope you learned something, and please fill out the quick quiz.